Melira had fled, but the floor was still crumbling away. In that moment, time stood still. Galand needed a miracle.
Hey button pushers, Nick here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the new adventure game by Inverge Studios called Effie. The game came out at the start of the month and is currently only available for PS4, but they have plans to bring it to PC later in the year. A review copy of this game was provided by Inverge themselves, so thank you very much to them. As always, the review is already up on the website, so the link for that is in the description below. Go and check that out, and also hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any future gaming videos. But for now, let's get to it.
Calm down, calm down. Come here, have a seat. You know what, Effie? I'm going to tell you a story. It is a tale about knights, wicked creatures, hope, redemption, and above all, magic.
As a quick overview of the game, the story plays out like it's a story being told to a little girl called Effie, and it's the story of a young guy called Galand who was bequeathed with mass strength but extreme laziness, and one day he decides to basically shun a woman asking for help. Turns out that woman was a witch who then cursed him with instant aging, so he is suddenly an old man and he's lost his power. In a desperate bid to undo what the witch has just done, Galand goes to see the Elder Protectors for help. As Galand makes his way to the Elder Protector's temple, the witch who he previously met has started to take over the land, and her evil has already spread to the temple, which actually works quite well in your favour because it allows Galand to strike up a deal with the Elder Protectors. He gets rid of the witch, they potentially look at undoing the spell. Obviously you're going to need a way to defend yourself against the evil that the witch is spreading across the land, so the Elder Protectors give you a shield called Runestone, which also doubles as your sword and triples as a surfboard, but more on that in a little bit.
Now go and enjoy your adventure.
As the story plays out like an actual story being told to somebody, there's constant narration throughout the game. This is quite a nice little touch to the game, because even though you'll get the odd narration about what's going on in the world, it won't hesitate to throw sarcastic comments at you if you die or you're taking too long during puzzles.
Galand needed a moment to start thinking straight.
One of the things I love most about Effie is the freedom that you're given throughout the game. There's a linear path that you need to take through certain areas, mainly the main chapters, but this is combined with a whole lot of exploration, so even though there is only one correct path to move the story forward, there's multiple open areas that can be explored that will contain things like chests or runestones, things that aren't important to the story but help you in the long run.
Galand felt an urge within him.
There's a bar at the top of the screen that increases as you collect up the runestones, and once that's been filled, then Galand will level up and you reap the benefits, because you will not only deal more damage with your attacks, but your health bar and power bar will also increase. The collectible element of the game doesn't end with the runestones though. There are also two different kinds of chests scattered throughout the world, some of them more hidden than others and some quite hard to reach, but they're worth hunting out. You've got blue chests which contain a bunch of runestones which help bump up your level bar, and there are white chests which contain relics. These relics are books containing some of the history of the world that give you a little bit of the backstory of Oblena, and obviously great for completionists. The freedom of the game isn't just limited to these areas though, there's a whole world to explore, so once you've finished the first chapter, it's yours to get stuck into to your heart's content. One of the biggest pain points of exploring an open world can be how long it takes you to get from one point of the map to the other, but Effie has you covered in that respect. Once you get into an open area, you can hit a button and you start surfing on your shield. This makes you get around much quicker and it's far more entertaining than just walking everywhere. There's also, for a little bit of extra fun, speed boosts littered around the world and jumps, because why the hell not? At any point while you're out in the open, you can stop and use a skill called Runestone Sense, where you hold your shield up in the air and a beacon of light will be shot high in the air to tell you where you need to go next. This is left open to you as well, so you'll see multiple areas where you need to go. It's up to you to decide which order you do them in. If you want to take in some more of the world instead of cracking on with the story, then you're free to do so. There are different areas to explore around the map, like relics of kind of days gone by. There's normally enemies waiting to be killed, platforming sections to be navigated, and chests waiting to be grabbed, so it's always worth looking around whenever you can. As you start progressing through the story, the game's going to throw numerous different puzzles at you that you're going to need to overcome. These can vary from collecting a bunch of keys to finding hidden switches to hitting levers in the right order, and some of them, they don't give you much guidance in terms of what you need to do. It's up to you to figure out how to solve it. The platform element of the game goes hand in hand with this as well, as to reach the keys, switches, levers that you'll need to find, you're going to need to leap and dive across multiple different hazards and pitfalls in order to get where you need to be. And the gameplay here is really where Effie excels, because Inverge Studios have not only made the movements of Galand smooth enough for it not to be annoying, there's also enough of a challenge during these sections that it can actually test your skill quite a bit. While your main way of attacking and defending is your runestone, you will also come across different statues of the Elder Protectors scattered throughout the world. These statues will give you brand new skills which you can use going forward. Some of them are more focused towards navigation, so it allows you to dash through the air. Can also be used as an attack, but has a dual purpose. Other ones are more focused on your attack, which is very helpful, as sometimes you will be outnumbered quite significantly.
Going up! Yeah!
The overall combat of the game is nice and fluid, and you'll come up against random enemies that are just wandering around the world, but you'll occasionally be ambushed by a group of them, so locked in a room until you defeat them. Classic adventure ambush scenarios. The basic enemies can be taken down nice and quickly with a combination of Galand's light and heavy attacks, but there are some enemies that are much bigger and tougher, so you'll need to stick to strong attacks or bust out some of your unlocked abilities to help take these guys down a little bit faster. Obviously, this is an adventure game, which means at the end of every chapter you are gonna do a boss fight, and in this case you go up against the witch who cursed you in the first place, Malira. She will generally come at you with an army of her minions, and these are generally a mix of action and platforming, so you'll need to get from platform to platform while attacking other things and avoiding death, really. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Effie. The game is available now on PS4, so obviously all of this footage has come from the PS4. It's coming to PC later on in the year, so keep an eye out for that. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe to the channel for future gaming videos. And until next time, hear the music.